Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tall and short people. I am All Might, and I'm here to talk to you about PvP. And this video is specifically for the people who are not too familiar with PvP itself, and or for those individuals that may be a bit nervous about it in general. This is also a promotion to the Southampton Gym Leaders events that's coming up. And so during this event, trainers are able to battle several different gym leaders and gain rewards. So, a little bit about myself. I'm here, All Might. I am originally from New York, but I am here living in England, Southampton specifically, and I'm also one of the community leaders that help set up events. So let's jump right in. The first thing you want to um, think about is where to find to start a trainer battle, and that'll be found here in the nearby. And if you go here and swipe to the right, you are given these options here, and you have there a battle code in which the other person who challenges you can take a photograph of, or if you click on the challenge a trainer, this opens up your camera in order for you to scan this code. Now, the camera particularly loves to scan very well when the battle code is this small, as opposed to it being bigger like this. The camera tries to compensate for the blacks and it doesn't really work that great. So it's better to take the photograph of the battle code when it's like this. Another option to initiate a battle with a friend is to have your friendship level up to either ultra friends and or best friends. It initiates first through ultra friends. When you get to best friends, and it's automatically there's all these other types of things you can do. So when you come here, you'll see my best friend here, and battle is lit up. So you can see it. So you can press on it, and then it will give you the option of what you want to choose. Now, when you initiate a battle here from um, the friendship screen, you have to communicate with that friend beforehand on a different medium, such as maybe telephone, Discord, Messenger from Facebook, to let them know that you are going to or you would like to have a battle, so that way they can have their screen up so they can see the invite pop up on the screen. If you have any friends that are lower than Ultra Friends and so on, you can see here that the battle icon is not lit up. It's dark, it's grayed out, so you won't be able to do anything until your Ultra Friends are high. Let's jump into a quick little training scenario here so you can have a look at this screen. These are the different leagues: Great League, Ultra League, and Master League. As you can see, Great League, Pokemon in this league are going to be maxed 1500. Anything that's over that will be going into the Ultra League. In the PvP community, we generally use the Great League as it provides a wider selection for Pokemon to be in, and it's a whole lot cheaper when it comes to powering up different Pokemon. Let's go back to our Pokemon here. If you're looking for a particular Pokemon to put into the Great League, you go here and you click on the little magnifying glass here and you type in CP. Let's put in 500 through 1500, and it will list all of the Pokemon here from that range that are eligible to go into the Great League. Now let's choose a Pokemon here that we can talk about. Let's talk about this one here. So as you can see, the CP on this Pokemon is 1466. If we try to power it up, it's gonna go right over 1500, so it wouldn't be able to go into the Great League, so we don't want to do that. If you look down here at the bottom, you'll see that there are three moves here. Mudshot is the fast move, and then you have the two charge moves below that. If you click on trainer battles and it goes off to the side, you start to see that the values are changing. So Mudshot is now doing 3 damage, as opposed to what it was doing before, which was 5. Same as Ice Punch, it was doing 50, now it's doing 55, and Power Punch is doing 40, as opposed to it's doing 50. So when you're in trainer battles, the concept is a whole lot different than what it is when you're doing gyms and raids. So I wanted to quickly talk about powering up and adding an additional move. So we're going to take a look at Geodude here, and where it says new attack, that's where you would add a new attack that would be related to trainer battles. So in addition to Rock Slide, a new move will appear right under Rock Slide once you add a new attack. So let's go ahead and take a look at how that works. And as you can see there, Thunderbolt was added right under Rock Slide when you add a new attack. So also keep in mind that you will need enough Stardust to power up your Pokemon so it reaches the appropriate level that you need it to be. And the significant reason why you would want to add an additional attack is because, for example, here Geodude has Rock Slide and Thunderbolt. Rock Slide is effective against flying and steel, I believe, and Thunderbolt is very good against water and flying as well. So you have that option depending on what's in front of you. So it's very good to have those kinds of options when it comes to Pokemon going into trainer battles. Also, I would like to talk about how to set up pre-made teams. So if you're here in the Pokemon bag, if you swipe to the right, you'll be presented with the Great League, Master League, and Ultra League. And so let's say you're at the Great League option, which would be at the very top. What you do is you press that green plus sign that's there, and it'll create a sheet here. And once you have a sheet here, then you'll be able to add in Pokemon. So you see one's missing here at the new party one. If you press on that, it brings up the window, and then you can search for the Pokemon that you're looking for. It's very important though too, if you're using a Pokemon that you're going to be battling with frequently, what you can do is when you can rename that Pokemon so that it's easier to find. So let's, for example, we have what's called test, and you'll have the Pokemon here listed as to what you need them to be so they're quickly accessible. This is a surefire way to get what you need to do quickly so you can get from one battle to the next. Alright, so let's jump into a battle here that's been pre-recorded from a previous battle in the last month. And let's pause right here and take a look at the screen. Now, if you look at the top here, you'll see that there's 3 Pokeballs and the number 2 and what looks like a shield next to it. You are given 2 shields per battle, and you're able to see what your opponent has remaining. We don't know what Pokemon are in there. You just know that those Pokemon that are in the ball, they're still able to fight. So you want to keep that in mind when you're starting or in the middle of a battle. Also, I want you to have a really good look at these white rings here, pulsating rings. This is where I'm tapping the screen. And once you're tapping the screen, you start to see, if you could see that green and purple looks like energy is going to be going into the charge move. So you generate energy for charge moves by tapping on the screen, which you are then applying your fast move to the opposing opponent. I also want to let you take a look at this icon here, the up and down arrow. That's where you're able to switch a Pokemon. Once you switch a Pokemon, you have 50 seconds in which that Pokemon is locked in there. You can't switch anymore. So if you decide to switch into something that is more favorable against the opponent, and that opponent then switches to something that's more favorable against you, you're both locked into place. Let's have a look here. As you can see, Quagsire jumps away because he's weak to grass. Arcanine comes in, which is strong against grass, but switch to Azumarill, which is favorable against Arcanine. As you can see, the option to shield is there, and we block the Wild Charge, which is super effective because the shield has turned red. Once you shield, that's it. You don't receive any damage. We're applying Ice Beam here, delects to shield, and he's blocked. We're back to here, we're doing charge, fast moves. Fast moves, fast moves. Once you click here, I was attempting to click on the Ice Beam, another Pokemon comes in, which is going to receive some pain from Ice Beam. You see the charging here, you have to tap the screen repeatedly until those 3 rings are maximized, so that you're maximizing the amount of damage being dealt to that opposing Pokemon. And as you can see here, the bubble's really doing a lot of damage towards Beedrill, as he's somewhat weak to it. There's a Sludge Bomb, I elect to block, bringing in the Ice Beam. There are no more shields now, so he's going to take the full brunt force of an Ice Beam. Here we go. Now, just Bubbles. Bubbles are eating away at Beedrill here. And my charge moves are ready to go again to lay some more pain onto Quagsire. But my timer is now ready. And what's more effective against Quagsire? Grass. So we switch back to Venusaur and apply some pressure with Frenzy Plant. And that is what we call GG's, which is a good game. Now, the first 3 battles in the day against another trainer, you can receive rewards such as a Sinnoh Stone. And that's only for the first 3 battles that you do in the day against another trainer. You also can receive rewards for doing the team leader battles when you go to the nearby screen and select a team leader to do a battle there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes this video. If you are in the Southampton area and have watched this video, watch it again and, get a general idea again of how to select Pokemon and get them into the battle arena, practice with friends before coming out to do the special event. And if you're not in the Southampton area, this is a great opportunity to learn about how the battle system works here, and the PvP system, I should say, works here in Pokemon Go, and then you can move on further into your PvP career. If you'd like to see more videos, I can make an intermediate and an advanced video on how to PvP. Please drop about 200 likes here and or comments on the Facebook community for Southampton, and I can make those videos there for you. In that case, have a great day, have a great night, have a great morning whenever you're watching this, and take care.